Well, I was originally hired to implement Dynamo, so it's basically all I've known since I joined. So I was there from day one, and my job was to implement 22, at the time, portfolio companies into Dynamo. So that was a bit of a challenge, but we got there, and it was great that I could be the dedicated resource for that, because when you try and do it with a day job involved, it becomes quite hard work. We had a quarterly portfolio review, and that was to obviously review our investments and the financial performance. And prior to Dynamo existing, that was a spreadsheet that was sent around via our deal teams to all our portfolio companies that came back in different currencies and different FX rates and all sorts of Excel chaos, as you can imagine. So that was the original kind of template. And what we realized is that it was just a bit, antiquated and a little bit, inefficient. And so the template method that Dynamo allowed us to do was obviously just more direct, more kind of portfolio specific, and allowed our deal teams to manage the approval process and the review of the data before it got to that final level, which generally was quite a manual task beforehand. So basically it sped up a lot of our reporting and enabled us to have that data at our fingertips. Previously we had our quarterly portfolio review session, and we were able to move that into a monthly a monthly financials review for each company. So everyone was really panicking a little bit, saying, what are the numbers, what's the cash, where's the performance, what's being impacted? And thankfully with Dynamo in place, we could do that every month rather than wait a quarter and then get all those numbers coming in and collate them manually, which, the manual element there as well was risky. So having someone just copy and paste numbers gave you that level of risk that you don't have with Dynamo, because it just pre-populates and it's all there in the portal. We are working at the moment to integrate our valuation module. So obviously with the financials coming in from each portfolio company, that is kind of a basis for valuations. We do have quite a few adjustments and other areas we want to integrate, and so that's a bigger kind of project that we're ongoing at the moment. The waterfalls, the financial instruments, the ownership models, they're that kind of next stage for us to integrate that to make it kind of a fully working valuation module, if you will. So that's one of them. The other is documentation. So we've got companies already uploading their audited accounts and other PDF documents around insurance and anything else that we need. So that we're trying to kind of expand on and make into a more consistent and regular kind of feature, so that we just have to go to one location to get all our documents.